You've seen The Bachelor and The Bachelorette, and now WashU presents The Attending.
My name is Sarah Spears, and in addition to being the Executive Secretary for Michael Awad, I'll also be hosting this season of The Attending. Per Dr. Awad's new grade deflation strategy, all students will now be competing for the one final elusive honors. You may recognize his voice from streaming 20 minutes of Palm lecture the night before the exam. In addition to emergency medicine, he's double board certified in romance and sensuality. No amount of fluid boluses can keep women from getting tachycardic around him. It's Gregory Michelle Pilates. Now, Greg, if you could tell us what you hope to achieve this season.
Well, Sarah, I have to be honest. I just want the students to follow their hopes and dreams. And while I can only give one honors, every student holds a special place in my heart. But only one is special enough to get AOA. Ha! But seriously.
Well, thank you, Greg. And until next week's emails, I'm Sarah Spears, and this was The Attending. Welcome back to this week's episode of The Attending. Now let's meet our student contestants.
I really hope The Attending likes Ohio State, because honestly, these are the only shirts I have.
I hope he realizes there's only one quarterback on this roster.
I can positively predict that I'm going to whoop the other student's ass with a high degree of confidence.
I'm not above backhanding a student if they bring out a decision tree. And what's with that voice?
I like to start off every rotation with what I call the triple threat. I pick up the attending's dry cleaning, I bring them some baked goods, and I also make sure to drop off a little gift in their office.
And of course, we will refer to the patient for PT and OT evaluation.
Okay. All right, good plan.
Hello, Dr. Pilates!
Hi, Han. Is that coffee for me?
Oh, actually, this is for me because I was up all night reading about the usage of compression, ultrasound, and detection of proximal DVTs. Did you do research on that?
Yes, I did. High pass. Okay, Greg, do you want to tell me about your patient, Mr. Jenkins?
I can't actually do that, sir. I couldn't perform a physical exam on him.
And why? Why is that?
Well, let me show you.
Okay.
Go Blue, number one! Woo!
Greg used a pretty interesting technique, figuring out a way not to touch the patient. But, if he's going to do that, at least he could order a whole body CT. Okay. Han, hopefully your patient will go much smoother.
Absolutely. But first, I wanted to show you something that I made off of some reading that I was doing.
Kevin, what do you have?
Well, sir, I think I have a great teaching point. My patient is a 26-year-old white male with a fever of 39.2 and purulent sinusitis, possibly seeding a meningeal infection.
Interesting. What antibiotic did you choose?
Oh, now, sir, I'm sure you're familiar with Dr. Picarillo's JAMA paper, but antibiotics actually showed no improvement compared to placebo for sinusitis. Here, I'll show you.
Let's go in.
Oh, may I?
I usually don't like to give a pass, but I think I'll make an exception in this instance.
Please, antibiotics. Please.
Great work, team. We're all on call tonight. Kevin, based on your performance, I'd like to invite you back to the fantasy on-call room suite.
Luckily, I'm waiting for marriage.
As we come to the end of this tumultuous road, the attending must now award one honors. Greg?
This is one of the hardest decisions I've ever had to make, especially after spending a total of 20 minutes with them over the last month. I honestly liked all the students. They did a great job. Except Han. I hated her. Okay, team, it's now time to award the one honors for this block. I pride myself on choosing a very stringent criteria a criteria that I like to change every day, and I'm going to apply that now. I'm going to award the honors to the student who impeded workflow the least during this rotation. Greg, I could tell your heart just wasn't in it. You know, Phil Perez leaves for 1 year and you quit on the team. And by team, I mean medicine. Kevin, you've done a great job. But honestly, after 20 minutes with you, I'm sick of hearing your voice. I mean, every patient presentation is like a damn movie trailer to you. I mean, I can't tell whether you're going to tell me about a patient or the next Van Diesel movie.
What? But statistically speaking, I was far on the boundary of competence. I was over the middle. And
Han, you didn't bring me coffee. You phoned me. And then when you tried to salvage things by bringing the team lunch the other day, you only brought 2 mayo packets for 4 sandwiches. That's ridiculous. My sandwich was very dry. You pass. And without further ado, the honors goes to Eugene. Rounding with Eugene was like she was not even here.
But
Dr.
Dr.
Pilates,
that's so subjective.
Well, that's 3rd year. Han, could you get me a cup of coffee?